Coming up on this episode of By the Players Podcast, we introduce our new host, Robertson Daniel, the position that BYU needs in the transfer portal, and we provide the right recruiting formula for the BYU football program. Let's get it.
You are watching a master at work.
5 my sanctuary, Herb. So a nigga had to walk on water. Cause I ain't wanna bring that back to the sanctuary. Yeah. What's up? Look. You know I had all DD incapable, started the battery, got back in charge, did it again. Haters, I hate to admit I'm amazing. I mastered the art of the capable wins. Top of the mountain, my feathers was floating on top of my head while facing the wind. By the creator, forgiving my sins, I'm mighty creator, I need to be clean. Rocking all white, spirit fulfilled, lit up the sage inside of the bin. Swimming with sharks, I get caught slipping, I ain't doing no balls.
What's this, episode 7? 7. Ooh, you know what number 7 is? That's God's number. Number of completion. I also wear number 7. Just want to throw that out there.
You got me on the 7th podcast.
Hey.
And I'm one of the apostles.
All right, so, okay, with that, let's go ahead and that's a good introduction. So, Rob, what we did was we went around, and this shit was hella funny. We went around and we said our years we played, position. And it was funny because I was Dre said I was the only one that didn't have any teens. He was like, old ass. So, okay, go ahead. Introduce yourself to the people.
Talking about years we played at BYU? Or
Years, position. Name, years, position.
Okay. Robertson Daniel.
Hey. Okay.
Go ahead. You got the sound effects. Go ahead.
All right.
Robertson Daniel, defensive back, BYU, number 4. When I was there. Played at BYU for 2 years. Still playing now. Played for the Toronto Argonauts.
All right, I'm done.
Played for the Toronto Argonauts last year. Free agent this year. Waiting to sign in February.
Nice. So Dre, you brought it up. I didn't know that y'all went to the championship.
Yeah, we went to championship last year. Won the Grey Cup.
My brother's a champion.
So you got a ring?
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire.
It
Not
makes-
everybody
that
can
makes
say
sense,
that.
though, right? That's what I'm saying.
And my boy, you had 4 interceptions this year.
He sure did.
One back to the cribbo.
Yeah, went back to the crib.
So you gonna get signed. It's just a matter of time.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get paid.
Yeah.
What a sign.
I feel
I
that.
did that one right there. And like
feel
I
that.
played 11 games, but in the 11th game, I got hurt in the first quarter. I tore my MCL. So
You gotta get surgery for that?
nah,
Oh.
no.
So
This is
rehabbing?
This that good blood. This is that good genetics. We don't need no surgery.
Wolverine.
We gonna be good.
Man.
We gonna be good.
So look, I always encourage players to, especially like players that are currently on the team, on any team, any college football roster, to train with guys that have actually played, and like a John Beck, right? You saw with Jaron and Zach, and so when I saw you at the pro day, and you were telling me about Jacob Robinson and some of the guys. And when we went on the first, when the first game of the season, who we played? Sam Houston, right? Mm-hmm. And I think he got 2 interceptions, or 3.
Yeah, 2.
2. Oh, 1 didn't count, right? I think. No. Actually, he had the second one shouldn't have counted, but that counted.
But they didn't have it on the screen. where it hit the ground.
So, and the only thing I kept thinking about, I was like, man. I'm like, everybody was like, man, he's like taking this game to the next level. I was like, Rob. I even said it on a post game. I was like, man, Rob is Rob. Rob is, you gotta go that extra mile. You know what I mean? When you train, and you can't really just get position coach training. You can't really just get strength and conditioning. You gotta go above and beyond.
This is the thing about it is though. It's not if you give credit to the training, then I think you're being selfish. It's not the training, right? There's YouTube.
That's a good point.
Okay, it's the game that you give to the kids and making them understand what they should be focusing on, why they should be focusing on it, make them understand the window that they have in order to accomplish what they're trying to accomplish.
That's good.
Right? when you make them, it's like a lot of us when we was coming up, we didn't have that person to sit there and talk to us and be like, hey man, I know you thinking about this right now, but that ain't really it. Trust me, it's gonna go by really quick. Like right now, the off season just started, and you thinking you got a long time. You're gonna wake up, boom, camp's gonna be here. And when you go into camp, you know that young blood that was behind you, he was hungry and he was working, and now you gonna go ahead, he gonna beat you out, and you're gonna blame everybody else. I'm telling you your future right now. But there's 2 options in your future. I just told you the bad one. So now you can completely change. You know what I mean? You can completely change a kid's, the path a kid takes by just giving them some game and making them understand, like, or just giving them hope. Because like I train a good amount of these DBs out here, and man, it's crazy the talent they have out here. But you talk to them like they don't even believe. They don't believe. I'm like, dang, how do you not believe? But then you look at their surroundings and everybody creates excuses for them. Damn. Everybody creates a question marks for them. You don't play this season, and now all of a sudden your mom and dad talking about, yeah, the coach is this, the coach is that. No, the coach ain't nothing. Last time I checked, if you good enough, you'll play. You ain't good enough, you can play.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think Bronco Mendenhall even liked me until the last half of my senior year, and I played.
Talk about it. That's true, man.
So
that's true. Something that's I think every kid needs that, and I'll say my story. You guys could give one if you guys have one, but I remember when I graduated JC, junior college or high school, and I almost didn't graduate, and you know I had thought, okay, I'm gonna give this another try. And I remember my uncle, Joe Sampson's uncle, came to me and he was like, "Look, man, I know you be so because I almost didn't graduate because I used to drink and smoke and do drugs. I used to do like drugs, like white people drugs, like
expensive drugs.
Yeah. And I lived with my grandma when I was 16. Like I got kicked out of my house, so I was free. I grew up fast.
Leave me alone, Mom.
No, not even that. No, like so I told nah.
Shut up,
That hell no, never. Even to this day. So I'll give you an example. So when a girl would come over at the house, my grandma, out of respect for me, would go upstairs in her room.
that's right. Grandma done lost her mind.
My grandma, see, look, my grandma's from Belize. So
what? Who grandma? Not my grandma.
Oh God.
Not my
mom. Listen, let me give you some context.
Oh God, what?
Let me give you some context.
She gonna have to come sit down and tell her life.
Brad, what? So she used to find my blunts. She used to find them and then put them by my door for me. Yeah.
Oh, grandma was getting high. That's what.
Grandma was letting you know.
Grandma
was like, this one was
Grandma
right. Go back to this
care.
nigga. Whoever you hit this blunt, go back to this nigga.
So this is worth the $25 I gave you. I don't want to waste it.
I don't want to waste it.
Might as well just.
That's stupid.
Grandma used to go upstairs. Grandma was going to light one up.
Look. Let me give you some context. So my grandma's from Belize, which is in Central America. So it's a third world country. You know, she is different. You know, she had her first kid when she was 13. She got married at 14. Like it's just you know, everything is different, right? So, but anyway, but my uncle, you know, was around and everybody knew what I was doing and whatnot. And so he was like, "Look, man, how long has like partying and women and drugs and alcohol, you know, been around before you were born?" And I was like, probably Adam and Eve, you know. He's like, yeah, a long time. He was like, so when you die, how long do you think it's gonna be around for, like women partying and, you know, opportunities like that? I was like, until Jesus comes back. And he's like, exactly. He was like, but how long do you have to get a scholarship? He's like, you got 2 years, man. Mm-hmm. He was like, you put all your effort in, all the dedication, all your passion in for 2 years. He's like, I promise you, 2 years you get a scholarship. And he's like, if you don't, you still like partying, the women, they still gonna be here. Mm-hmm. The drugs, alcohol, it's still gonna be here. And at that moment, man, that's when I changed my life. You know, I stopped, doing drugs, stopped drinking. I was actually living the undercover. I wasn't even having sex. Swear to you, wasn't even having sex. That's how much like I was prepared.
You was strong.
What man? I felt bad for my high school.
Not strong.
I felt bad for my high school sweetheart because I'm like, look, man, you can't, don't be touching me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and and so it was funny because when Coach Hill recruited me and he was like, "There's no drinking," I was like, "Okay." There's no smoking. I was like, "Okay." He's like, "You can't have sex," and I was like, "I'm not." In my mind, I'm like, "I'm not having sex anyway." You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But that whole conversation right there, and so to your point, like my uncle didn't train me at all.
Yeah,
he didn't step out the field, nothing.
No,
you know what I'm saying? But that sparked literally everything for me.
Mm-hmm. It's like something you gotta set off in someone's head. You ever been told something you like, man, I'm so happy you said that, bro, because now I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. It's like you gotta set something off in their head that makes them go, all right, and it could be family, religion, it could be whatever it is. It could be materialistic. Because I always say your why don't matter. That whoever made up, what's your why? Why does it matter what my why is? If my why can get me to hit the gym every day, get me to hit the field every day, then whatever that why is, that's the why.
That's good.
Don't try to make up a why. Find the real one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So if my why is a girl, ex-girlfriend at the gym, at Bassett gym, then
she get you to go to the gym every day.
Yeah,
you get a good workout in, get that conditioning, mobility, stability, all that.
Rate up.
Great workout.
Then it's good enough.
It's good. That's the why. Okay. All right. I don't feel bad.
But when I grew up, see, I'm I'm one of 10, 7 boys, 3 girls. And my parents, we grew up in Salt Lake. We didn't have much. Parents both had 2, 3 jobs. So I had to grow up quick. I'm second oldest. And what's crazy to me is that who put me on, of course, was my mom. And we'd always have, family meetings or family gatherings where she would always come in with, hey, we don't have money to pay for your guys' education. Your dad and we came all the way here from Tonga. Like, my pops had to sneak on a ship to another ship to New Zealand, from New Zealand to Canada, and jumped the border and found his way here. Of course, he's a citizen now, so feds yell, yeah, he's a citizen.
I started laughing because my mom said the same thing to me. She was like, we don't got money.
Yeah, and she would embed it, like when I was a small kid, and when I tell people like my story, they're like, man, that's a lot of pressure as a kid, and I'm like, well, that's all I knew. And she would say, find something now, whatever it is. What if you like? If you want to go into the debate team, if you want to be a sport, if you want to go into a sport, find it now and then work on it and get yourself a scholarship to give yourself a chance. We came all the way here to bring our generations here to be blessed in what America has to offer. And, I went from golf to the debate, you name it. I hit all the sports and football was the one for me. And once I understand football, I was like, all right, football's like super fun. I like it. But I knew that, okay, like I got put on of understanding that this is a huge opportunity for me to, work really hard in this sport to bless my family, my future family, and my family now. But I didn't understand the work ethic. And then in 9th grade, I'm an O lineman, D lineman my whole life because I was big. I couldn't do the weight limit. I had an X on my helmet. 9th grade comes along. I'm like, I'm going to try out for the sophomore team. I actually try to get the rock in my hand and try to do some things with it, And I make the sophomore team. The very first game, I fumble 5-6 times. The offensive coordinator gave it to me, yelled at me. He's like, hey, you ain't never going to play offense ever again. And I wanted to be a running back because my older brother was a running back. And, he used to have these small little shoe boxes full of, like, his college letters. And I was just like, dude, like, that's what I want. Like, eventually I want to have my shoe boxes. Mm-hmm. And I just remember, like, everyone was just like, clowning me and all that, like at, towards the end of the game. And when the end of the game gets in, I get in the car, I'm just super sad. I'm like, damn, like I thought I could be my older brother and really run this rock and really be a good football player and do what you guys want me to do, mom and dad. And I'm like thinking they're going to show me love. My mom goes, hey, like what's faith without work, son? She of course brings the gospel into it. And she's like, work work. And I'm like, dang, like, I'm hurting. You just going to just throw dirt on it? Fine. Like, just stab me while I'm down, you know? And then, you know, the drive home, we're just sitting there. And, of course, my pops ain't saying nothing. Towards the very end, I'm like, all right, here he goes. And then he just looked back. And this, like, lived with me all the way till this day was, he looked at me, and I'm just like, damn, my pop's going to, like, lift me up. And he goes, nobody feels sorry for you, son. Mm-hmm. He's like, I don't feel sorry for you. Mom don't feel sorry for you. Nobody feels sorry for you. So I want you to go to bed tonight. Think about what you can do better. You know, we didn't sacrifice all this. None of us feel sorry for you. You know, it's like there's not one person in the stadium that feels sorry for you. Mm-hmm. So then I went to bed, I was crying myself to sleep. And then I just remember there's this O-line coach. His name's Keith Chatelain. Shout out to Keith. He played in the league, but he, like 3-4 years, but he was our O-line coach, and he owned a gym. And I just remember him, like, walking up and down because I was on the freshman team. Sophomore team, and I'm like, you know what? Nobody feels sorry for me. My mom said, well, I gotta change this thing. So I went up to Keith. I'm like, yo, Keith, like on Monday, I want to come work out at your gym twice a day. And he's just like, no, Harv. Like, he's like, you're not gonna do that. Like, I know you're gonna quit right away. And I'm like, no, I'll be there. I want to hit it in the morning, and I want to hit it right after school, before or after practice, every day. And he's just like, all right, I'll see you 6 a.m. on Monday. If you miss one day, then you're not allowed to come back to my gym. And he's like, I'll be there. Because he lived there. He lived in his gym. So, like, he had an annex on top where he actually lived. And I never knew that until, like, actually I became, like, a good buddy of his. And all of a sudden he's like, oh, yeah, I live upstairs. I'm like, no wonder your ass is here on time, you know? I'm thinking the whole time this guy's getting there at, like, 5 a.m., you know? But no. He's consistent.
This guy's a worker. I want to be like him.
But it took...
Brett just woke up when you opened the door.
So that whole offseason, man, from 9th grade to 10th grade, that whole offseason changed my whole perspective of life. Because instead of going to the haunted Gourmet, instead of going to parties, instead of going to pool parties, I'm like, yo, I can't. I got to be there at 6 a.m. the next morning. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I can't. You know, like, if I miss one day, like, this beautiful gym that I get for free, because back then we didn't have Vassas and all that. We had like Gold's Gym and all, and those were expensive.
They were expensive.
You know what I mean? So like, I'm like, I don't have nothing. So like, I gotta keep this going. And then, the following year I come back, and the very first sophomore game I go crazy, 4 or 5 touchdowns, and everyone's just like, wow. And I'm like, nah, no wow. I knew this was gonna happen. The work in. You know what I mean? And the sophomores played a little bit before the varsity team, like 2 weeks before the varsity team. Right when I went down that first game, the varsity coach came, hey, come practice with us these next couple of weeks. I'm like, all right, cool. Diced up their whole defense on varsity. The very first game, the starting varsity running back breaks his arm, and I just run in there. And everyone's just like, what the hell are you doing in here? You're a sophomore. Get out. And I'm like, nah. Like, and I look at the sideline, and our offensive coordinator goes like this. Keep him in.
Can't stop God.
Yes. Right. Hey, you know what I mean? And very first play, it was like a movie, man. Very first play, no one blocked for me. I still got 6 yards. Second play, no one blocked for me. Still got a first down. And then after that second play, the whole O-line, the whole huddle was like, all right, let's rock. Okay. Let's go. And then ever since then, it was...
There was actually 2 plays where they didn't block?
They didn't block. 2 plays.
See, that's why once I start coaching, I'll probably get fired for my first few.
Yeah.
Because the game over right there.
Yeah.
The game would have been over right there.
Yeah.
I ain't playing Devon. Game would have been over right there.
No.
I've been out there throwing things.
Throwing
Man, that's crazy.
I'll do the hat thing.
And sorry about it to my older bro, man. He had those little shoe boxes. Your boy had laundry baskets cut.
Oh, shout out to Ooh, Lee Flex. Why you had to flex on? You ain't have to do that.
Nah, I didn't, but
you
I had to
do
for
that.
a little bit.
He did.
You did have to do it.
That was kind of.
A little bit. Hey, it's all love. It's all love, man.
What's the story behind that?
Yeah, it's just that I looked up to him my whole life and all that, and I always just said like that's my goal.
That was your measurement.
Yeah, that was my measurement. Yeah. But and I always saw his shoe boxes. None of us were allowed to ever touch them shoe boxes. He had like 4 or 5 of them. And one of them was all full of Colorado. I'm like, that doesn't even count. I'm like, that doesn't even count, bro. Buffalo just sent you stuff if you just email them once. You just sent an email and you're on their list, buddy. Like, that doesn't even count,
That's so funny.
Hey, that's so true though, for real. You did get something from freaking Buffalo.
You guys got a story like that? Somebody that like that one moment where like somebody influenced you.
Yeah, I would say because I didn't get into football until my senior year of high school. So
That's crazy. I never even knew that.
Right,
Yeah.
crazy, right? Crazy.
I was kind of a lost kid, didn't know what to really do with myself. Wasn't going to school. You know what I'm saying? Kind of just kept to myself quiet. And then one day my grandpa, bro, he looked at me. He was just like, Jay, what you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got potential you don't even know that you got. Like, you know what I'm saying? I see it in you, a smart kid. You know what I'm saying? You got a great personality when you want to. He was like, high school, that shit goes by in a flash. Like, you know what I'm saying? Once you turn 18, next thing you know, you be 30. And yeah, that shit sticks true to this day.
Bro, what?
So,
I don't even remember my 20s.
went by quick, bro.
Bro.
So,
Crazy.
one day, all my homeboys, they all played. Like, I always went to the games and watched them play. Like, from freshman, JV, and you feel me? And so I'm just like, damn, that shit seemed fun, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to play. Went to the coach. He looked at me, big kid. He was like, hell yeah, you finna play, right? He's like, hell yeah, you finna play.
Play right now.
You know what I'm saying?
Right now.
I've been praying for you.
Right?
What you want to eat? You hungry?
Hey, Jimmy, give me your helmet. What size are you? Jimmy,
Give him the biggest
take
pass.
off your pants.
Check it out right now.
You're never going to play anyway, kid.
Hell of a coach, though.
Hurry up, Jimmy. You'll make it right now.
That's funny. You'll make a hell of a coach, though.
So yeah, I went from there to I was like, all right, bro, I'm gonna try to make a name for myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to do something with myself. Also, it was fear of being left behind. Like, all my boys was doing stuff.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They about to graduate. Ain't no way I couldn't now walk across that stage and all my homeboys walking across. And so, you feel me? It was that fear, and then also, like you said, sticking to what my grandpa said, like, bro, life goes by fast. You don't want to be sitting there struggling when you don't have to. It's like, you black as it is, bro, like, it's art. Life already going to be tough on you, so you don't want to hamper yourself because you didn't do the easy things. It's like going to school and just finding something for yourself.
Yeah.
So, did that. Next thing I know, like I said, I went to the coach, said I wanted to play. When I started playing, bro, I was not. It took me a while to figure out ball. Football is a hard sport to figure out. Like, you know what I'm saying? These dudes are flying around. They know what the hell to do. They've been doing this for a minute, and I'm still trying to figure out. Shit, bro. Like, wait. So evens go left.
Right.
All right. You know what I'm saying? So, you know
God.
what I'm saying? It took me a little bit, but
Especially because we learned that in Pee-wees.
You learn that in Pee-wee,
So if you didn't play, like,
it
You got a lot of football to pick up.
Yeah, it was a learning curve.
Yeah.
So that was all in spring. And I remember the O-line coach, everybody looking at me like, damn, I don't know. Like, damn, he don't know what he's doing. Like, oh, shit, like, big for nothing, right? So I took that shit to heart. Like, you know what I'm saying? People clown you and shit. Yeah. That shit, I don't like that. So I'm like, hell, y'all got me fucked up. So we have, every year we go to University of Nevada for like this big camp with all the other schools in the Bay Area.
I went to that.
Yeah, that shit was fire.
That shit was hella fun.
It was fun as hell.
It was hella fun.
Dang, that's crazy. My school went to that, but
You didn't go?
I ain't never finished a full year of high school football, man. I was getting kicked off the team.
Yeah, I
don't know what it was, Harvey. It wasn't me. It was them.
Yeah, man. I blame your friends, man. It's not you. You're a great guy.
Come on, we know you.
Never me.
But yeah, so we went to that camp, and I remember on the drive down, I drove down with the O-line coach, Coach Wadley, and he kept trying to motivate me to give me that pep, like, bro, Drake, you can do this. But in my head, as soon as I got in that car, I was like, I'm finna show out on these boys. Like, they have no idea that I'm starting to, like, pick it up. I trained, you know what I'm saying? I started watching little videos, start watching highlights of O-line and Jonathan Ogden and shit like that for the Ravens. So I'm just like, I'm seeing how he doing it. I just got to be physical and just say, fuck it, and stop second-guessing myself. Bro, I get in that camp, got these little ass linebackers, these little D linemen. It's high school. I'm already like 6'2", 6'3". Bomb, just started
like 6'5".
Bro, nah. Bro, I was only 6'3" when I grow.
When did you
Tall
grow
people
like
don't
this?
really, tall people don't really know their height when
They don't. He was 6'5", bro. I played him in JUCO. He was 6'9".
Bro,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Bro, I grew 2 inches my freshman year at JUCO, so I was 6'5", and then grew another 2 going into my sophomore year. So I was damn tall as hell, but just start putting people down, and then
Damn, I've been this tall since 4th grade.
that's unfortunate.
You lying? 4th grade?
Nah.
4th grade. 4th grade was a different time for you. Huh? You was styling.
5'6".
What?
4th grade, because you was taller than everybody.
No, I'm joking. I'm 5'6". I was small my whole life.
You open that up yourself though.
Yeah,
I know. I was joking. Look. You know what my growth spurt was? I was like 4'11". I went from 4'11" to like.
You had a big growth spurt or a little growth spurt?
No, I went from like 4'11".
You know the answer. Why you being stupid? You know the answer. You know the answer. Why you doing that?
Please go back to Dre's motivational story.
That shit was hella funny. That got
Can
me.
we get back to the Gray story? I was super invested in the Gray story, man.
My bad. I'm sorry. Thanks, Harv.
Bro, so damn, I forgot. This is way crazy. You said a little growth spurt. So I think in that camp it was like 3 days. You spend, you stay in the dormitories and stuff like that. So every day came out, I just had that mindset, bro. I'm finna prove everybody wrong. Like I remember all these. You feel me? My teammates who laughed at me. Watch this, bro. Like I'm finna go crazy. So I ended up going crazy. Next thing you know, I got the University of Nevada. You feel me? The coaches they all there watching. So they like, bro, hey, we can get you on the O line, D line, like. Hey, what? And then I knew it was coming. Hey, he was like, "What's your grades looking like?" I said, "Ooh, yeah, I gotta talk." I probably gotta go to the JUCO. You feel me? He was like, yeah, but shoot. Hey, here go the certificate. He was like, "Big man, like you did your thing this camp. Like I ended up getting all camp. You feel me?
Hey.
One of the old linemen all camp. And from there, you feel me? That's when it kind of sparked for me. Yeah, I'm just like, bro, I can do something with this shit. Like. I can go. I know all my homeboys that played, except for one. He went to Washington State on a scholarship, and that was the standard. So from there, all of us like, bro, we finna go D1. We going D1. I know a lot of people say it, but I was like, nah, I'm going D1. Like I'm getting a scholarship for myself. I'm going D1. Yeah. Freshman year, JUCO, went crazy. Sophomore year, played even better, starting to get a slimmer body. You know what I'm saying? It was chubby, starting to get a slimmer body, being more athletic, and all the trips that I took from Arizona State, Utah, BYU, the first thing they said is like, bro, you are athletic as hell for how big you are. And from there, like you said, it's like, took off. Next thing you know, went to BYU. We can get into the all scholarship and all that stuff later, but
what about
took
you?
off
You
from BYU.
got one? You got a spark?
Yeah, I got a lot of stories. I did track, so I got track stories. I got football stories. But I think one of the things that stuck with me is my coach was like, if it's meant to be, then it's up to me. Like,
damn.
Like if you're gonna do something, then it literally falls on what you're gonna do. Kind of like with all our stories, like you have to figure out like, all right, bro, you're back against the wall. Are you gonna? Yeah. You have the talent, but that's not what's gonna cut it. Right. Yeah. So it's pretty much it, man.
I like that. I
like
that.
That. Because when you say that, that kind of falls back to like what I was saying about the kids. Like you, it's really like, bro, it's a sense of belief.
Yeah,
I'm telling you that's all it is. Like you can put all that other stuff to the side. It's a sense of belief, right? Because like when I look at how I even got here, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Sometimes I sit back and I just smile and go, I don't even know. But as an older man, now that I've been able to sit back and really now reflect, I'm an eye in the storm type of person, and this is why. Like I got 8 brothers and sisters and. My mom moved here, was an immigrant from Dominica, and she moved all of us here. I'm first generation American citizen, right? Moved us all here. We lived in shelters, projects, and all that stuff, right? So long story short, when you're going through all that, it's like a tornado. It's a bunch of stuff going on around you. So I think when I was a kid, I learned how to see the tornado happening and just kind of go,
deal with it,
boom, and just kind of lock forward because it was never stopping. Right? So since it was never stopping, but then as that's happening, okay, we go from here to there and things are getting better and better and better. Then I moved to California, things are getting better. Man, I was below a 2.0 student in high school. You know, nobody thought I was going to be anything. Went to JUCO, all F's first 2 semesters. Nobody, they was like, what are you doing, Rob? But it's funny because now I say I'm an older man. I think about that and I go, why didn't I clock in faster? That was everybody else's storm. Okay. See, God, I don't believe God wanted me to be a great high school student. It was everybody else's storm. There was something I was learning. There was something I was preparing for. And I only could go through this route. So then when you go to JUCO and you got to get a scholarship, why would I not think I'm going to get one? Right. I used to live in a shelter, right. One bedroom. I used to live in a basement. Why would I not think I'd get one? When I was at BYU, I knew I was going to the league. Right. When I got to the NFL, probably one of the toughest things you go through because now everybody like that. Mm-hmm. Your story don't matter. Nope. That's why I said self-belief is a big thing, right? And even within that, you need a little luck. But even belief can affect the luck. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's, for any kid out there even listening to this, like, that's where it starts. Yeah. Self-belief is where it starts.
Yeah, and
I like what Harv said because anytime, so here's a really good example. When I go on TV, right, when I'm hella nervous and I'm like stuttering and not, that's because I wasn't, and I'm not myself. I ain't prepared that week. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't watching film, but when the weeks I do prepare and when I get on, I'm like, man, just chilling like how I am right now, and I'm hitting this, I'm hitting that. Like Harv knows, I'm hitting this, I'm hitting that. Like I was prepared, so I like what you said. Like I think the belief is like the seed, and then your hard work is what waters it. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's like, okay, like I can go out and win the game with 2 minutes left because of all the hard work I did. It's not like an arrogant thing at all. It's just, man, I put this work in. Yeah.
But I really like what you said in the very beginning is because when all like dudes that I've been trained by and all that, like since we've been through crazy things that have gotten us to where we're at now, the chaoticness, the life struggles, all those things. That has built us to mental soldiers. Yeah. And the generations now, it's crazy that we have to not coach them. Like, you've already been a D1 athlete. You already have all the attributes of what people love to work with, to see. You've already worked to get here. But the thing you don't have, and what we're trying to put you on, is this. Yeah. Your mind, you know what I mean? And your mind will affect your work. Like, okay, everyone's mandatory to get up at 6:30 to go work out. Everyone's mandatory to do this and all that. But if you have a different kind of mindset and mental mindset, like the type of mindset we were raised and forced, it's sad to say it was forced upon us. Yeah,
but it was the greatest thing ever because we got to unlock a door that majority of people don't even approach.
Yeah.
98%.
That's why kids want to train with us. Yeah. That's why kids love talking to me because I can talk to you as a young athlete and I spend a little time with you, train you a little bit, and I go, yeah, I'm going to unlock this. Because I can see where you lack, the things that when you talk to me, the way you answer questions, how you are on this topic. And now I talk to you about your family, so I'm like, okay. Because now I done been through it. So I can see where you might be. I don't have to go through the same thing, but I can see where you at and be like, okay, I can unlock this little key for you. Boom. I tell you this. And that's kind of what happened to all of us. Yeah. Like what your track coach told you. Yeah. That told you, as soon as he said that to you, he was like, wait, hold on. You trying to tell me none of this stuff matters but me? I tell it to the kids all the time, man, I'm trying to get to this college. I'm trying to go here. I'm like, play good.
Facts.
Play good. Simple. Oh, should I go with this recruiting service? They're gonna help me play good. And when you go out there, choke their neck out. Yeah. And I guarantee you, bro, you're gonna turn that film on, you're gonna go, hold on. Who number 18? He done choked out 17 dudes. Yeah.
Facts.
You gonna get a scully. Yeah. I don't care if you don't got social media. Yeah. That's where they fool you. Yeah. But what I think, it's pre-excuses.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Everything that's built upon, like that everyone runs on this day, literally is just an excuse. Yeah. But that's the crazy thing from the start of this whole conversation. It's just like when are we gonna start teaching young athletes how to be mentally strong and believe in yourself? Like when
are we gonna make that the foundation?
That should be the foundation. And there's people just running these camps, running these they're trying to be their mentors in the weight room and on the field and all that. But when it comes down to it, it comes down to who is putting that into your heart and in your mind on a daily basis. If it's not yourself,
You know how that shows up in the field, like on the game, when it's a minute and 33 seconds left, right? No timeouts, right? The team like Oklahoma, BYU, right? You start having the mental breakdowns, some false starts. You started seeing. Now I know there was some stuff where like the D line was clapping and whatnot, but like you gotta push through that. You know what I'm saying? You can't be barking at the ref like no excuses, right? Or it's coming up clutch like in the prime time. You know what I'm saying? When the game actually matters. And I feel like for us, like with Bronco, it's like, man, I've been doing up downs and winter warriors, and I've been doing all kind of stuff.
It was never a moment of anxiety or fear in those moments, because, like I said, we knew how we prepared. I knew the dude next to me, bro, was gonna be on the same level as I was. You know what I'm saying? I know the defense was gonna get a stop,
right?
Just because we spent that time together. Like I see how the way Harv, Fred, Rob worked. I see how the way Bronson worked. Bronson worked his ass off on the field. You know what I'm saying? So Kyle, I know how the way Kyle practiced. That nigga was a beast, and I hated going one-on-ones with him. I'm like, bro, I didn't know what I was gonna get. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying?
And see, I think so. This is my question to you, Harv, because and then we'll wrap up. First quarter, and we'll go to the second quarter. But when you said that, the first thing that popped in my mind was what we went through, right? That's how you can teach it to make it correlate. Because I don't know. So my question is this: I don't know if you can put kids through anything other than what Bronco put us to make us mentally tough, to make it translate over to the field, right? Because like talking to somebody and trying to make them tough, I don't know if that's possible.
Well, you see,
that's the thing. I don't
pushed at BYU.
I don't think
pushed after BYU.
I don't think
what?
Bronco made me mentally tough. I think Bronco taught me how to channel the energy and put it towards the right things.
And
okay.
That's channeling it. Yeah.
No, I get your point. What I'm saying is to directly translate to the field. Yeah.
But I think that's why these other teams are way better than BYU. If you look at the teams that have a history of just always like, when we talked about this in the group message last night, we have a group message when we're talking about, hey, who's in your top four and all that, and if you look historically of these teams, they're always going to be in the top four best teams in college football. But why it comes down to that is because those coaches and those players, they understand how to find those guys, just like, the dudes that have also been through the upbringing that, a lot of us have been through, but also know how to channel that into discipline, how to channel into football, and how to translate that to football. Like, when I was at the Patriots, I saw Nick Saban over there.
Right.
I saw, I saw the Georgia's head coach. I saw these guys. I'm like, why are they at the Patriots at the time where the Patriots are at top? It's because those guys want to take that kind of mentality of how Bill does it and take it to their coaches. You never see BYU or anything. Like, why aren't we going out there? Why aren't we doing things like that to take that culture to, I want the West Coast to come back up. I'm a West Coast guy. But everyone knows, the East Coast runs.
To that point, I feel like a lot of coaches nowadays, or a lot of parents these days, when it comes to kids, they're not honest with their kid.
Yeah, that's true.
Be honest with your kid. Let them know where they're at.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of parents, like especially like you said, my son's 4, about to be 5, and I feel a lot of parents kind of baby their kids into not hurting their feelings.
Yeah.
But it's just like, bro, life ain't gonna care about your, like you said, about your hurt feelings.
Nobody
cares. You gotta be able to be truthful with your kids. Coaches gotta be able to be truthful with your players.
Yeah.
Let them know, like, don't bullshit them. If I'm ever a coach, I'm not ever gonna bullshit you. Hey, the reason why you're not playing, come to my office. I will go and show you every clip of why you're not playing.
That's how it should be too.
Yeah.
But it's not like that. And that's why it doesn't translate to the field.
Absolutely.
And when we go to the second quarter, talking about going to the field is no one has a true, honest scorecard. I call it a scorecard. Because I actually, my rookie year, I'm undrafted, I'm trying to make it, and then I go over there and I see like 10. I see the whole third floor at our practices, and all of them have an iPad, and they're going. There's like 3 or 4 dudes just on. They're watching you, and I was just like, bro, these guys keep following me everywhere. And then the second day, I'm like, well, duh, these guys are probably the dudes watching me, evaluating me, and it happened all the way throughout training camp. And then it came down to when I made the team, they're like, all right, we want to break it down for you. so they drafted 5 dudes. They cut 2 of the dudes and made room for me and another guy. And they're like, your scorecard scored a 97. His scorecard scored a 96.8. Reasons why, and they broke it down, and they were super just honest. There's no like, oh well, you know, we like you a little bit better. No, it was straight up. Here's the scorecard. But if you go to BYU or you go to any other place, they run on emotion. You know, they run on their connections. Like, man, I really like Rob. Man, we had those, you know, hot tub conversations. You know, and all that. But guess what? There's a scorecard. There's honesty.
My favorite thing to say is men should try to, when it comes to decision making, you stay away from emotions and be logical.
Yeah. That's how God made us. We're wired that way.
Yeah, we got to be logical about our decision making.
Women make decisions off.
I got to say something about the BYU thing. And this might
wait, hold on,
hold
on. I gotta do this just so it'll help up my editing process.
Yeah.
First quarter, we'll go to the second quarter. Damn, that was good.
Top of the mountain, my feathers was floating on top of my head while facing the wind. By the creator, forgiving my sins, Almighty Creator, I need to be clean. Rocking all white, spirit fulfilled, lit up the sage inside of the bin. Swimming with sharks, I get caught slipping, I ain't doing no ball stripping.
Started the second quarter. We'll talk about recruiting and you know, get your thoughts on Hardy's
Positions in need.
Yeah.
Positions of need.
Yes.
When you were talking about BYU,
Clark.
when you were talking about BYU and like, you know, us winning games and whatnot, right? And then we're relating it to the mental. You ever think why we may have a hard time winning games is the mind over matter?
Yeah, I believe so.
Because think about this: you got a bunch of guys that are supposed to be following a certain way of living, a certain lifestyle, living their life in the way God wants them to live their life. Mm-hmm. And if they're not,
well, I mean, the way the school wants them to live their life.
Well, yes, 100% as a school. If they're not doing that, you think that makes them better at football?
They're not living the way the school wants them to live?
No, the way because it's really, you could say it's the school, but a lot of these kids grow up.
Yes,
LDS.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's not the school, it's really God. So think about this. This is exactly what I mean. When I was at BYU and I was drinking, doing what I was doing, there was nothing in my mind I was like, next day I'm going to have a bad practice.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Bro, that doesn't click to me. More likely, I would tell you, if I had a good time, somebody finna get strapped up tomorrow.
Right.
That's the way I thought. But if they don't come from that mindset, and let's say they're not doing the things they're supposed to be doing, then what do they think about tomorrow?
Oh, bro, look, I could talk about this because, like, I've had a lot of conversations, even you know, my good friends now, where our kids are, you know, best friends, and I'll put it this way. This will give you a good understanding. I always say this: if my boys grow up and they become LDS, I don't want them to go to BYU. If they aren't LDS, they go to BYU. And I say that to give perspective of talking to teammates that were LDS, especially ones that weren't from Utah. Like, they had a hard time. Like, they were like, man, I feel so much pressure and I feel judged. And I'm like, dude, I know, like, we feel that too, but the way you guys are putting it on, like, you guys, it was like, way worse than how we feel.
I ain't feel nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to nobody. I did not feel a thing. Well, now, did I have to pretend to feel it? Yes, I had to pretend. We all had to pretend.
You played the game.
What? I didn't feel a thing.
Well, see, I grew up LDS. You know, and to this day I'm LDS. My kid, I just came back from church. Anyway,
you look nice.
But I think it comes down to commitment. So if you want to commit yourself to the you know, the LDS culture, or like the LDS religion, you know, if you want to commit yourself 100%, then you can't be lukewarm.
Yeah.
But if you want to also understand that, hey, I'm growing up, I'm learning, Jesus got my back, I'm LDS, but guess what? I'm committed to living the best way I possibly can, but I'm committed to also make football provide for me and all that. Like, you know, I truly believe that does God really care about if you win or lose the game? No, but I think he really cares about you just being a good person and having that good heart. Where I truly believe where it just really hurts a lot of people and you get brazen and all that is the culture, first off, in Utah is not has nothing to do with the actual church.
Right. That's
the culture is 100% all the way up here. But guess what? The church just says, do your best. Jesus has the rest. But since we're surrounded by all LDS people, they all think that you got to always take one step up, step up.
That's
You
good
know
to
what I
hear,
mean?
though. I'm a 6-month Utah person.
You leave anywhere else, like you
Good
said.
point.
If your boys were LDS and they did dip out anywhere else, I truly believe they're going to understand that, my religious beliefs and the way that I view God and all that, and within the LDS culture, I could still be Harvey here.
Right.
Yeah.
But when you're at BYU, in the LDS school, grown in the LDS capital of the world, like this is the mecca of LDS people, it really can ruin a lot. Like, bro, when I very first got there, how many times were I suspended? How many times you guys walk into the gym and me and Sean are doing burpee box jumps?
This is the thing is,
you know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you what you said is actually so important, because I'll even bring this to your perspective. I didn't really get to know you in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then as time went on, I found out you were one of the coolest mothers I've ever met, right?
We were kicking that
But
ass.
do you realize that was a bunch of guys, though? That was a bunch of guys. So I was just like, damn, so why didn't we click off? I was like, I
That
went
brings
to
back
high
to your
school
one point
with
when
predominantly
it's
white
hard
people.
it's hard for BYU to have a good team and team camaraderie.
Yeah, you said
that goes to
because
what
of the little
Harvey said.
cliques
Yeah.
and the
The
little
little
You got
cliques.
the married with
the
the
walls
kids,
up, and
married,
you got
not
so
kids.
many. Yeah, you got so many categories.
Oh, yeah, you got the married.
the diverse.
You
Yeah.
have first the races, you have LDS, non-LDS, you have LDS that like to and then some LDS that are straight.
Yeah.
You have the return missionaries, and you have the married with kids, married not
You
with
got the
kids.
snitches that just want to kiss coach's butt.
No, you don't.
Yeah, and we're all supposed to
Yeah.
play on Saturday and be a team.
Yeah,
crazy.
it's
Yeah.
crazy.
And, so,
crazy.
and not to think
That's
about
crazy.
the immaturity different levels. You got an 18-year-old from California
Yeah,
coming
26.
23, yeah,
in.
26 year
26-year-old.
old.
Taysom was like at least 42.
I knew Taysom was old when people treated him like he was
He was the
pops.
coach. Yeah, the coach came
We
in
was-
there and was like, "What coffee
Hey,
you
we
want?"
was- hey, we was-
He asked Taysom what
Hey,
coffee.
we-
I'm like, "Damn, how is Taysom? Coach, why don't you talk to me like that?"
Wait, Coach and you said we want to go left. Oh, Taysom, what do you?
Hey,
Taysom,
hey, we're in the weight room. We maxing out. We doing cleans, bro. Taysom got the bar. You already know how
Feel.
Taysom get down. The bar bent. Taysom going. I don't even know what the weight is. He go, bam, get it up there. I'm like, ooh, that's easy. We finna see something today. We gonna see something today. He go, yeah, I'm done. And Justin go, all right, yeah, that's good. Taysom just walked out. I was like, oh yeah, he the man for sure.
Yeah.
He the man. But once I watched him on the field, see, that's the way I work.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But you make a good. I mean, it all comes back together because, and I always say this, man. Like when I got brought in, there was like 5 corners competing for 2 spots. It was 3 JC corners, and then Brandon Bradley was there, and then Robbie Buckner, who was a return missionary. So it was it was a lot of us, and I feel like what always separated me and how I got to the game much faster was because I was so giddy and happy to be at a D1 that I just wanted to embrace all of it. So I went bowling. I was in the river. You know what I'm saying? Like I was at bakeouts. I remember. I was at bakeouts.
We don't have cookouts here in Utah. We have bakeouts.
I was at bakeout. Yeah,
I was wondering what that was, bro. I was like a bakeout.
That's what I'm saying. I was at.
I thought you were like tanning or something.
So we went to.
That's how you got that shit.
You stupid.
My dog out here.
It's that Belizean shade. Look, check this out. So I go to I get invited to a bakeout, and it's like, yeah, it's a party. We'll do. So I pop in, and the first thing I saw, like, no cleavage. I'm talking about the girls, no cleavage. Everybody had like long skirt, and I was like, oh no.
Modest is the hottest.
No,
That's what they say here.
Oh no,
Modest
and
is the
everybody
hottest.
and everybody had cookies, brownies, whatever. And I like when I saw that, the first thing I saw, the reason why I said, oh man, is because I was like, is what type of like party? Like this isn't the party that I thought it was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't understand what a bakeout was, but I just thought it was gonna be like a regular party. But even then, at that point, I had like trained myself to like, no, just embrace it. You You know what I mean? And I grew these connections with Andrew Ridge and Scotty Johnson with my safeties, you know what I'm saying, and my linebackers, to where when it came time to go to camp, like I already had that. I was rocking with them. They was rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I was with everybody. Any opportunity I had.
It's funny, like people don't know about that aspect of ball.
Right.
They think, oh, you just go in, beat everybody out. No. Like there's almost there's a relationship factor that you gotta come and blend in.
It's an acceptance.
It's an acceptance,
bro. You have to. It's like a tribal thing. Like, bro, you just not finna walk on here.
Nah,
we gotta fill you out.
No, that's why I talked about it. The game within the game.
Yeah.
There's a different game within the game. You know, like you think you're gonna just come in here. You could be the best corner, the best running back, and all that. But if you don't win the political game, you don't go to the bakeouts. You don't go to the team things. You don't do all that.
And you know where in what position group most that means DBs.
Because the DBs are the number one dudes that like to be by themselves. They don't want to be out with y'all.
This is why. Because DBs have so much on their plate as far as just the coverage, right?
Yeah.
We're also different in the head. Like we're very arrogant.
We're different.
We're different in the head, right?
We're different.
We don't like to make mistakes. We don't like to make it look like we made a mistake. We don't even like the DB crew making mistakes because you get labeled as your secondary. What the secondary is good, the secondary is bad. Mm-hmm. So it's funny.
Like when I would give up a touchdown in the game and somebody would talk to you, they'd be like, "Oh, you do." I'd be like, "Look, you suck." I just caught a touchdown. I don't give a fuck. You stuck. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And we also have a short memory as well.
Yeah,
that's the biggest.
Yeah, but I like where you're going with that. So like, it's a culture thing. You don't want to be.
It's hell of a culture thing. And like, for example, like in our room, we got 2 white boys in our room, right? We got Swag, right? Josh Haggerty, and we got Mason Pierce. Both of them ballers, right? But I've gotten close with both of them because I went to BYU. I know what it's like being in that room by myself. So when I flipped around and I see them come in the room, I'm like, okay, I'm going to blend y'all, right? But when I blend y'all, I'm not going to do it on no soft shit. I'm going to do it organically. Right. So don't come in here and you better go watch a movie or something. I joke around. I'm like, man, you better turn on Friday or something. Because you go, what's that joke from? Man, turn on a movie. You hanging out with us. We're going in to eat. Like, you got to dive into the culture a little bit, right? Next thing you know, Mason Pierce get a pick and he bucking on the field. Yeah. I said, that's how you get down right there. Yeah. You got to dive into the culture. Yeah. I just wish that people could see that dynamic.
They will never.
If they could see that dynamic,
they will never. Man, unless you are an athlete, you'll. Yeah. And I think going to finish off the second quarter is speaking about being LDS, doing all this stuff is like. Where is it coming with this? Oh, is the type of mentality you have to be an athlete is so almost against religious beliefs.
Yes. It is.
You know what I mean?
Survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
It's
cutthroat.
Love one another. Have this, dude. It is straight the opposite belief. So like you have dudes like Taysom and all that have. But Taysom's been through some stuff now. He's had some family trauma, all this stuff. But like, till this day, I know if I go hang out with him, 100%, I'm gonna get. He's gonna keep the commandments, do all this and all that. But like, you get to a lot of other people that are LDS or super religious that are all the way to the top. Guess what? They're dogs.
Yeah.
And they're a little bit. Mine is a little bit different because it's complete opposite. If you want to talk all the way from, I bet Danny Ainge.
Bills.
Danny Ainge?
Hey, Craig Bills.
Craig Bills.
Craig Bills is one of those ones that surprised me, and I love Craig Bills. But when I seen how he could turn that switch, I was like,
it's a switch.
It's the nicest dude you will ever meet. Craig Bills.
Craig
on that field,
crazy.
Craig was a true freshman.
He was stupid, bro.
He was a true freshman when I was.
He went stupid. Craig Bills,
he was different, bro.
He was.
Yeah.
Somebody during the game, I can't remember what he said. He said something to me and threw the N word with it. Craig's like, hey, don't you say that. Don't you say that. Don't use that word on my field. I'm like, Craig was. Yeah, you're right.
I think even if you go all the way back to like Danny Ainge and all those guys that made it all the way to, like, I promise you, guys that have had that type of mentality of being the best, going and playing, going to all these things, like, bro, it's a different switch, and like it's tough to, like you said, you can't just be the Dave at the HR and all that, and you think you're gonna know. It's a whole different mindset now.
What's funny? So with the wives club, like they a lot of the wives said that was a big problem for them. Was like their husbands would come home and be like, all agitated and aggravated because they still got that switch on. You know what I mean? They still are in that mode, like I'm gonna kill you mode. And so like it's a. But see, going to your point, being a DB, like it's a switch.
It's
like
a switch.
we have a switch.
And I got advice for the wives out there.
Yeah.
If your man just came home from real war, would you even talk to him, or would you give him time to compress?
That's
it's not much different. Just that one's taking life and one's protecting life. And we are over here, in a different terms, putting our life on the line with how physical our game is. But it's how long we've built up to get where we are makes it that even weight. So now when I come home from a game, I need that time. I need that time. Like, even win or lose. So, because sometimes we win and you don't, because if you don't know ball, you don't necessarily know how I played. You know what I mean?
You could win and still feel like you lose.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, hey, man, I missed that block on kickoff return.
Everyone else is like happy. Well, duh, you gotta, you broke a 70-yard run, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? I missed 2 tackles that I know was going to be on film tomorrow.
Exactly.
And I could have made those tackles. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
And that film,
in the third quarter?
that film tomorrow thing, that kills players at a very, as they go, once they, like, if you don't get, like, that tough love, you run into that. I've watched guys run into that, get called out in film, and just never play the same. And I'm just like, dang, did you never get called out in college? No, in college he was the man.
But see, how many players? Because I was with Coach Hill. Coach Hill had no filter. He was mean. See, I didn't even say like tough love. Like, this nigga was mean. like hurt your feelings mean, right? Like red light, green light mean. And like, there's a lot of players that I feel never developed because of how mean he was to them. And to me, I remember guys come to me like, man, how could you deal with him? Even Ben Criddle, right? He asked me that all the time. I'm like, you made it out, Ben. You made it. Like, he was your coach. He was my coach, and he was like, yeah, because I didn't care. I didn't let that stuff bother me. I never took it personal. I mean, I just applied it to the field. So, I can only speak for the DBs, right? Because that was my experience. But with you specifically, because we play, I don't want to say back to back. Yeah,
you play DB.
You play corner, yeah. So, do you feel like that the tough love that coaches were given to some of the DBs hindered their growth?
I think it hinders your growth. You're not built for it. Because like where are you trying to get to? You trying to get to college? Well, college is getting really competition with all the NIL deals, so it's gonna take a whole different mindset, right? So if a coach being hard on you hinders you, I would turn around and find the next thing. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
And with that, I got advice on the opposite side. If it does hinder you, but you're like, man, I don't want to turn around and I don't want to do that, then start to do it in your life.
Yeah.
Right? Start to do it in your life in all different aspects. And if you go on the field, one thing I always tell kids about the field, I'm like, for example, wide receivers and DBs. We go on the one-on-one line. Why y'all choosing who you going against?
Right.
Why y'all choosing?
Hate that, right?
Why you choosing?
Hate that.
And I always tell my guys, I go, see, a lot of you guys are going to create excuses, right? So let me just dumb down your excuses before you start. You started playing football your freshman year. You have 4 years to make it to your senior year, right? I'm a DB, giving you a nice little lifestyle drop. I got 4 years. Guess what? I don't care how bad you are. I don't care if you are terrible. If every time you stepped in that wide receiver line, you chose somebody better than you,
Facts.
Your senior year, you're going to be a baller.
Facts, boy.
Yeah.
You want to know why? Because it's going to do 2 things. It's going to have you go find a job you're supposed to be doing, or you're going to get humiliated and you ain't going to like it.
Yeah, you're going to rise to the occasion.
You're going to rise. You're going to naturally
It's just that
rise.
simple.
Yeah.
So I always tell guys, go find out who you are. No, don't wait. Because if you wait, then you just in the fog.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And if you in the fog, by the time you try to peek your way out, it's too late. You 25, 26, 30. No.
I think that's what made receiver so fun for me, was because I would like to get beat up or get trampled at the line, or it was like, okay, I didn't win that one, because now it's like I'm closer to I fell so many times.
Mm-hmm.
I'm closer to beating your ass now.
Yes.
Man.
Yes.
So this next move
is going
to be my move. So
exactly.
Yeah. But see, and I think this just goes back to, so it's like to wrap up to Harv's point and then Devon's point, a couple of pods ago, it's like, how can I articulate this? that clash between the religion, the culture, not the religion, the culture that's within the religion here specifically with the football team, right? Because we just all like discussed how the type of mentality you got to have, and right, and so I'm thinking now it's like how do you get past that? You know what I'm saying? Like
it's either you do or you don't. Because I feel like either you got a personality for O-line. So from y'all experience, it was way different for me because I was the only black dude on the O-line before Tijon got here.
Boy, Tiger Woods, and
So,
PGA Tour.
boy, so it was tough for me to try to. You see who I hung out with. I always hung out with y'all, Sam, Rob. You know what I'm saying?
DBs.
Tell you, Manola, I ain't hang out with the O-line because it was different. I had Terrence Aledo, who was just sitting here holier than thou throughout games. Like, I'm sitting here trying to get my guys fired up. Like, bro, we got to come out here. We got to go crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Riker Matthews, kind of the same thing. That's still my guy to this day.
Yeah.
But it's just like,
I love Riker.
I'm like, yo, man, turn this shit up. Terrence Leto, Dre, we don't say that on the field. But I ain't never got so mad at my teammate before in my life. I almost wanted to choke him out. Because I'm like, bro, we are going, like, you're my guard. You're my right guard, and you out here with that soft ass shit.
on the bench.
Like, come on, bro.
That's why I respected. That's why I respected Danny so much. That's why I respected Craig. So
Craig,
much.
bro.
I have respect. You see, I don't have not that I don't have respect. You don't fascinate me if you just a calm person all the time.
Yeah.
You don't fascinate me at all.
We're not in that sport, and you don't play that position.
First of all,
like quarterback, all right, maybe if you quarterback, you can have a little bit of more poise.
Yeah.
But other than that, besides the kickers and punters, you gotta have a different type of.
I want my quarterback to have poise and discipline when it's needed.
When it's time.
I need to see him have that little twitch outside of here, though.
That's like
Because I'm telling you, when you go through things in a game, it takes that little thing.
Yeah.
It takes that little extra.
It
And
does.
I don't want somebody that's you just good, you level headed
Not in
all the
this
time.
game,
I don't
not in
want that.
football.
See,
I loved when I seen that in Craig Bills, right?
Yeah.
When I seen him turn up like that, I was like, okay.
It's-
You meet him off the field and he is straight line.
Yeah.
Talk to you right, respectful, all that. When he gets on the field, you go, I don't know where you put that other dude, but you left him so far from this field, bro. I know you got to go pick bro up after this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's just a whole different dude.
You know who else was like that? Actually, because I forgot about him because he actually unfortunately didn't play. Was Jordan Black. I don't know if y'all know who
I do know Jordan.
Jordan Black was
funny.
Was one of the funniest cats off the
I love
field.
Jordan.
So look,
But
so
on
Jordan
that
Black was a
field,
good dude.
he was a maniac. They had no technique. He just wanted to fight you. And I'm like, I
And
can
he would
ride
come
with
up
you.
with the craziest
Bro, he's
trash
crazy.
talking. Jay Black, if you out there, I know you're doing your construction, general
I love
management
you,
stuff,
bro.
but guess what, man? I don't know where you came up with your trash talk. You might have to go see a counselor, man.
Bro, yeah.
No, Jordan Black was good people, though.
He would say
no,
some
good people. Wait, wait.
He'll break you down mentally with this freaking trash talk,
He
bro.
had the smallest and sweetest wife. His wife was probably only like 5'1". Jordan's big ass, 6'8", crazy as hell, talking crazy. But once she was like his calming factor because once he got off that field, he started.
You gotta go get your outfit.
You got to. Yeah.
Hey,
gotta
Dre,
get your
how you
opposite.
doing? His wife's all sweet. Hi, how you doing? I was like, that's not the dude that I met on the field. Who is this?
I remember we were going to the pro. So he was so a lot of the guys that you guys played with that I played with were. When I was a senior, they were freshmen. Then they went on a mission. So I remember my senior year, we were going to the river, like one of the team activities during camp, and he was talking shit to somebody, and somebody said something. He started banging his head on the window. Like, you don't play with me? Boom! Don't play with me! Boom! And we was like, yo!
Like, what did the window do to you, buddy?
Bro, like that was a sincere time. Like one of the times in football, like I was scared because. For a second, it took my mindset outside of football, and I just looked. I was like, "This dude's
Look
like,
at the person."
Yeah. I was like, "This dude's great." Like, you know what I mean? But I rode with him. I remember he was with us when my mom would come on like Easter and stuff and Thanksgiving. And he was with us. Invite. You know what I'm saying? Like Kyle and Ross, and so you knew you was part of the family if you got if you got an invite.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
No, there was a few of them. Like I think Sky Povey, I like Sky Povey. I think he was able to turn it on.
Yeah,
I like Sky. Sky was a good dude too.
Yeah, he's
off the field, real good dude.
And let's wrap it up. Go third and fourth quarter.
All right, let's do that.
I borrowed a pair of God slippers, did a few miracles. I borrowed a pair of God slippers, made them believe I did a few miracles. I borrowed a pair of God slippers.
That was the first half of play. While we switch sides and get ready for the second half, enjoy this halftime show by Deion Sanders.
Finally got my turn, speaking out of turn. One day you gon' learn. Made my heart hurt. Now you in your feelings cry.
Different positions are different. Like O lineman, I look for dual parent homes.
Right.
A strong father that they adhered to.
Right.
Smart kid, at least 3.3 and above.
You're also describing Hurts.
Yeah,
as
tough.
well. I mean,
physical. I mean, offensive lineman. Defensive lineman is totally opposite.
what do you mean?
Single mama, trying to get it. He's on free lunch. I mean, I'm talking about just trying to make it. He trying to rescue mama.
Side of the bin, swimming with sharks. I get caught slipping. I ain't doing no ball stripping. Did a few miracles. Walked on water in front of you niggas. I borrowed a pair of God slippers. I borrowed a pair of God slippers. Did a few miracles.
So third quarter, let's talk about the recruiting. Okay.
Yeah, let's go
The
recruiting.
need. So quarterback, I would say the first thing they would need is
100%.
So yeah, I say give four positions. Four positions.
Wait.
Everybody got four positions.
Wait. Let's be a little more organized. Let's bring this back. We'll go around the room. 4 positions. I like that. Right. 4 positions that you need. That BYU needs to recruit.
Mandatory.
Quarterback.
Okay.
Uno mas. I mean, not uno mas. That's one more time. First thing.
Okay, wait. Let me add a wrinkle.
Okay.
Portal or high school when you give your position.
Or JUCO. Okay.
Or JUCO.
That's a great.
That's a really good
okay.
Because BYU is trying to right now. BYU is trying to hide
Yeah.
behind the fact that they pay guys in the portal right now and putting it on the front street.
Okay, yeah,
If I'm
but
BYU, I'm going high school because I don't have enough. If I'm BYU, I'm going high school because I don't have enough money to entice dudes in the portal, or at least I'm not showing it right now.
No, they have it.
They
have
giving
it.
it out.
Yeah, they have it, but look who we got. Look who we got when we reached in the portal. We got Kevin Slovis and.
Dude, this is the thing is I think it's hard to get guys to come here.
That's not his name.
Keaton. It's all good, Kevin. He was just watching Home Alone. Kevin.
Oh wait, I thought you wait.
My bad.
I thought you was making a joke.
Yeah, it was a holiday joke. We got you, man. We got
I thought his
you.
name was.
Yeah, we got you.
That make it funnier.
And then,
but go ahead.
okay, quarterback number 1. Number 2, I will go edge rusher. We need somebody bring pressure. When's the last time? Like, if you go on any good football field, who is the man on their defense is and who helps the coverage
Corner.
the most?
Yeah,
Corner, edge rusher.
DBs don't live without D-line. Yeah.
So you need, I think we need an edge rusher. We
We don't
haven't
even
had
get out the egg.
no one fears. Quarterback doesn't fear for his life when they go against us. You know, quarterback should be like, "Hey, Lou. I know, but they're pushing everyone over. No, that guy needs to be blocked. You know, I don't care about those DBs and all that. He needs to be blocked. Hey, hey, tight end, come back down.
Yeah, no, we need one of those guys for real.
Facts. You know,
Yeah.
Well, everybody just look at him before they say, like, damn.
You named the team. You named the top NFL teams now, man. You go from all the way down. They have their edge rusher who just brings fear to quarterbacks.
That's top 3 on priority list.
You know, so quarterback, edge rusher. I truly think we need depth in D tackles. I'm thinking more trenches work now. So I'm thinking D tackles, but then I'm also thinking so D tackle and then linebackers will be my 4th because we have a lot of senior linebackers are going and we don't really have anyone else. Yeah. You know what I mean? So those would be my top. It would be quarterback, edge rusher.
All from high school, or where were you getting it from?
We'll talk about that probably. You know, when we all
we all finish.
Might as well have to be quarterback. And I think we need a whole new offense as far as like we have a couple main guys that we like.
So offensive coordinator? You mean like a
whole new offense? What that mean? What that mean? Like the passing coordinator gotta go? What he do?
So you want to recruit a
You gonna throw it to the hitch route. The corner route was open. The passing coordinator got to
Basically
stay.
said the whole offense is trash.
The passing coordinator got to stay.
Offense, no, that's just the trash.
Hey, Quickwood, in our group chat, remember I sent that's funny. That's a great joke. No, anyway, I'll go, keep going. I think we need quarterback for sure. We need a running game. We have a receiver game, kind of, but in defense, we need an edge rusher.
Yeah,
and we need backers.
Yeah, we have a lot of senior right backers.
Yeah, because I feel I'm in between running back and receivers because and tight ends. We don't have no tight end either that can hold it down as far as receiving. We got unproven. He's unproven. You know, he's
the 4-star, right?
The 4-star.
Yeah.
He was like number 2 in the nation, tight end, but he's unproven. He's not proven. Yeah. So we don't.
We have no deep threats at receiver. Our offense is. We need help at offense for sure.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
So,
Dre.
number one, we need competition in the quarterback room. Jay ain't doing enough to solidify himself.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Secondly, you know me, O-line. I think we're losing 4 starters. We lost Kingsley gone, Pay, Miley, and I want to say Kimes is senior, but I don't think he's proven himself to be that guy to hold down the spot by himself anyway. So we're losing 4 out of 5 on the line. The backups you see, they ain't got no backups either. So yeah, O-line for sure, all across the board, from center, from tackle to tackle, fine guys. D-line, we need 2 edge rushers, dogs. We're not one, we need 2. Because like you said, Lou. We don't, no. Hey, we doing 8 max protection. We need 8 guys because we got 2 fucking dogs on the end. So we need 2. We need 2 edge rushers, D-line, you know what I'm saying, D tackles as well. If they're still running a 3-man front, that sucks for that nose guard. You're getting double teamed, my boy. Getting double teamed. Backers, yeah, like you said, we're losing Harvey. Third backers, we're losing a lot, and we need another guy to. Is Garrett number 7? Is he a senior?
Team,
so I said we need another guy to replace Heckard and Garrett to go with Jacob Robinson, bro. We need DBs. I know 38 or whatever the safety was. I know he tried his best.
He need Joseph.
He was solid.
I'm be honest. Jacob.
He was solid. He was solid.
He was solid.
He was solid.
Mm-hmm. He was what?
He was what?
Solid. He was solid. Crew Wakely, 38. Yeah, he was solid.
He was
solid in the terms of what?
Huh?
Solid in terms like of next level playing, like you're a guy.
He was solid in terms of. He was solid in terms of I could put him out there.
Rob, what you got?
Be okay. We're okay.
Okay, you guys all gave y'all answers is real nice. You guys, I'm gonna tell the truth. This is the real answer. No, none of the positions you said we're gonna get. And that's the realistic answer.
I was going this.
None of them we're gonna get. Hear me out though. Hear me out because I think you guys are all gonna agree with this. None of it we're gonna get.
None. Zero.
And secondly,
we'll get back.
Shout out to all the players on the team. Stop blaming the players. Stop blaming the players. It's called development. I just watched Utah, towards the back end of the year, played a young Snowden kid at nickel as a freshman. Do you have to be a baller as a freshman to play? Yes, you do. But you know what actually has to be better? Your coaching, your development, how you allow him to understand what the hell is going on out there at that new speed. Stop blaming the kids.
That's the number 1 corner in Utah.
We already know we're not gonna go out and spend money in the portal, right? So if you're not gonna spend money in the portal, let's come up with a different plan. How about you get guys in there that can develop kids, that care about the kids? Don't get guys in there that has this image of whatever you want. Get guys in there that's gonna go win you some dang football games. Because when we win football games, it's more exposure for the church. You're gonna get what you want regardless.
Exactly.
But they can't even get the guys they can develop, I think. I don't think.
See,
No. That's cap.
Bro, that's cap, bro. Trust me, bro. Look, this is why I say that.
Cap.
Just last year, right? Hear me out.
That's only few. That's
Hear me out though. Just last year, I'm working with Jacob in the IPF. I think it was last year. I'm working with Jacob in the IPF, and I run into 2 freshman corners that they have. When I watch those guys, when I watch them move, you know what the first thing I said to myself? And I ain't never wrong. I said if I had those 2 from 4 years, they're both getting drafted.
Oh, I know
and that's on brick.
You talking about Maury Bamba and them?
Yeah.
Bro,
I seen them and I said they will both get drafted.
Yeah.
If I got them.
Easily, dude.
Because what you need to do is first you need to go check that man that's within them. And y'all can't do that. Y'all can't go check that man. I'll go check it. And then after I check it, we going to put it right in line. We're going to make it disciplined. And I'm going to make you want something. They don't go get guys like that. Bronco did that.
Yeah. Bronco did that.
Right. So stop blaming the players. And I don't care who hears it and don't like the fact that I said it.
Yeah. Facts.
Stop blaming the players.
I like that.
Stop looking in the portal. Do a better job looking in high school. Don't do it online. Go over there. Talk to them. Yeah. Right? One of the things that always fascinates me is if Puka didn't go to BYU first.
Right.
I remember when I was here and Puka was coming out of high school and he was talking about going here, going there. You know what I said to Ross? I said, man, if they want Puka, just make me recruiting coordinator right now because I'm at lunchtime. I'm there. We're going to pick him up in that little BMW. We're going to pick him up, get you something to eat. Oh, you got a nice little girlfriend? We're going to get her something to eat too.
I got a mom.
Drag you out.
I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. Right. Hey, man, we got a big basketball game going on, man. BYU, man, we playing Gonzaga.
4 tickets.
I got you 4 tickets, man.
On the floor.
On the floor.
Come on, man.
And when he hit me up and go, man, my sister and my mom, how many?
Right.
Because somebody gonna have to lose out.
The question.
I'm gonna show him so much love when he turned me down. He ain't gonna be able to play football.
See?
His heart gonna be destroyed.
I can't
but
wait.
you not
going to clip this one. Can't wait to clip.
You not going to get. But you wanna stare at the players.
Yeah.
You want to stay the players while you secretly talking to other players in NIL, so these players can't even get their minds right because they're not even sure if they got a position, if they're going to be out the door. Do I have my scholarship? Do I not? Like, what are we talking about?
I think that's what happened with Cody because remember when he entered the portal, there was like 3 or 4 people that they were like receivers, the new guys that they were talking to. They were talking to like 3 or 4. I think we got 2 of them. We didn't get the other ones. They went somewhere else. But after we were starting hearing, just in the media like. Yeah, BYU's talking to this receiver and this receiver and this receiver, and then a little bit later, like Cody dipped out. I'm like, oh, okay, I could see why. Like I'm like, dude, what's up with me? What's wrong? I would start to second guess myself. I'm like, what's wrong with me? Like, why you got to go get?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
And then when it comes to it, now you get nobody. You're gonna ask that same kid, go out there and play really good.
Yeah, go out there and give it your all.
And he's like, what? Bro, I clocked out like a month ago.
Right. Yeah, it's gonna be like that for all college programs because now
moving forward, huh?
Well, yeah, because this portal messed everything up. Nobody has no loyalty towards it.
No, wait. That's a different word. I'm gonna be honest, my brother. Did not mess anything up. They messed it up by waiting this long. Cause see, it's like this. The reason why it seems messed up right now is because y'all was benefiting from all this money and wasn't paying nobody. So therefore, when it came out like a hurricane. And now there's no way to regulate it. There's no plan. There's no 401k that you can build for these. There's nothing in work because it came out so fast because y'all didn't want to get caught up.
Yeah. That's true.
So it's like if somebody accused me of something, they go, yeah, I want $1 million. I go, yeah, you can have $1 million. Yeah.
Instead of having a plan, like
so
you have a plan
messed up the integrity of football in a certain way. It kind of messed up the integrity.
Okay, yeah, for football because for the students it's good. For the players,
it's great because
it's great.
If we transfer, we used to have to sit out a year and not make no money.
Exactly.
Actually become broker. You know what I mean?
Literally, yeah.
But it's messed up the kind of integrity of football because now it's like you said, I'm more with if I'm a smart coach and I'm thinking ahead of the future now, I'm not getting transfer portal guys because I know they're in and they're out.
Yeah.
I'm going to high school. I'm always going to stick to high school because now I can develop.
Yeah.
I can really develop a player and I can really offer him something. Rather than a JUCO guy, I'm like, bro, where's the money at and am I starting?
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
I said it messed it up for the JUCO kid too because now, like you said, you got all these cats going. I got 3 years of eligibility left. See y'all later. Hey, I can go. You know what I'm saying? I can go.
Bro.
The JUCO kid, like, damn, bro. I only got 2, bro.
Yeah.
Like, take a chance on me.
And the school that was about to give you a scholarly now just got a new kid at NIL.
So I mean, well, I'll take a step. Well, I'll say like this. If I'm a lot of JC kids, right? Okay, there's a couple of reasons why you go to a junior college. One, you're underdeveloped like me, right? I didn't go through puberty till I was 18. I was just underdeveloped, and I didn't have size, right? Then you have other kids that are bounce back because they didn't have grades. So they start at D1 and they bounce back to JC, get the grades right, and then they go, right? Mm-hmm. Then you have others that are developed, have offers, but it's not the offers that they want. So they go, you know what? I'm gonna go to I got some AA offers, I got some D2 offers out of high school. I think I could play D1. I want to go to junior college, right? Yeah. So now those players, the latter, that they'll take those AA offers or they'll take those Nevada off, you know what I'm saying, the Wyomings, because they'll know, look, this is one year is going to be way better at Wyoming than at junior college. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like that route is no longer going to be there. Yeah, you know, but to everybody's point, so we'll wrap up third quarter, then I'm going to the fourth quarter because I want to give my opinion on how long the fourth quarter happened. You could. Ain't no more free spaz, nigga.
The real spaz. Easy. Load the G. Let's go. Let's go. Big ass Glock in the can with a switch.
So we'll start the fourth quarter right now, and this is what I think, man. To everybody's point, so when we first went around the room and we were saying D.
Well, I just think the last.
Yeah, and he didn't finish either. You said don't blame the players, but if you had to pick somebody,
if I had to pick the 4 positions, right, I would say quarterback for sure, and I think they should go NIL, obviously, because you just entered a new conference and you're trying to show splash right now. We're not trying to wait 4 years to see splash. We'll send you backwards. I actually think we need a splash at wide receiver, right? Because it puts butt in the seats, right?
Yeah, like a Puka's missed.
Huh?
Puka is missed.
Yeah, and this the thing is, it's not even just Puka. That is that's our history.
Yeah,
we always got a star wide receiver there. True. And even if we're not playing good, we got to do to be like, oh yeah, we finna watch him then.
Cody, Austin.
You know what I mean? We need that, and then I think a pass rusher for sure, and I think we need a safety.
Yeah, our safeties are.
And you know what else I think we need? Like what you said too. We need coaches. We need better coaches.
That's what I was gonna say. Is like, see, we all said positions at first because the last pod. Remember, we all talked about how we don't develop, and we all talked about, hey, if we were Kalani right now, this was our first meeting. What are you saying to your coaches? And drop it down. And a lot of the things you said is what we exactly said then, and you're completely right. Everyone's blaming. If you even go on Twitter, you talk to anybody at BYU right now, they're blaming. We don't have this. We have injuries. We have this, that, and the other thing. But when it really comes down to it, is who's trying to unlock that door for these kids? Who's trying to teach them mentally? It all goes back to the very first quarter.
It's just
here's the thing. Utah, 11 starters are injured.
Right.
They still went
it's more than 11.
11, bro. They still went like 9-4, and that goes down to coaching and player development. Because
player development
my second string,
and you know why player development is missed though, is because it's actually more than what you're being paid for.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you realize that? And it's actually messed up to say that because you hear that and you go, whoa, no, that's kind of crazy, bro. It's like no. That's game. Boom, boom, boom. You got the roster together, and you're out. Yeah. And you go, y'all figure out how to become good. I'm like, well, that's good for the NFL. That's good for professional ball, right? In college, I think y'all are more of a family now, right? So I think a lot of these position coaches, y'all could take the time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you know why they can't take the time? Because I'll say it right now. You got motherfucking tight end coaches teaching wide receivers. We had Coach Holiday, and he was a good coach. He was a fullback though. How can you develop me as a receiver if you never even been in this position? When I was at Oregon, you had Scott Frost teaching. He was a quarterback teaching the receivers.
How about get coaches that's passionate about the game, not passionate about I have a job.
Their ego.
Okay, I understand because I don't want to get on no coaches that, hey, you coaching, you taking care of your family and all that.
Right.
I mean, do that. But there are some few of us out here that are so passionate about coaching that that's not even a thought to me. Is it going to take care of my family? Yeah, but I'm not thinking about that. So passionate about it where you got like those young kids, the young DBs I said that they got at BYU, the young ones I seen. Mm-hmm. Bro, you should have a DB coach or somebody. They should be on a schedule. Like 3-4 times a week, they should be on a schedule.
Meeting with you.
Well, what type of schedule? Okay, how about this? You guys got practice tape? You guys got game film? We're going to go break down the practice tape and the game film because you can create technique just from watching the film. You don't need to go. That's how you should work.
That's easy.
Mm-hmm. You literally go watch yourself and you go, man, look at that step right there. Oh, look at my pad level. Look at this. Okay, we'll create the drill. We're going to go work on that because you remember on that third down, whoop-de-whoop, right? You got your eyes caught inside. How about on this? Now we're going to play our eyes inside, get that little read, boom, get back here, and we're just going to translate it. Same thing like it was in the game when you missed that play. And we're doing that 3-4 times a week. What do you think you're gonna need to hit the portal, bro?
But
you're
going back to what Devon said, it does suck when you do have a coach that has never played your position. But the ones that are great at doing that are the ones that have exactly that. They've learned from somebody. Okay, I'm a linebacker, but guess what? I was under a John Beck or somebody, and I learned all the ways of being a quarterback. And I was so passionate that I took it to another step where I went in and did my homework and did all this. And I'm so passionate where I want to go. And those are the coaches that can do that. But that's a very few.
That's a very few. Like one of my boys is a successful coach right now. He coaches at my old high school. His name's Tommy McMahon. Him and my boy Guadi. And they're just high school football players, right? They were done playing in high school. I've never actually met, and I'm going. This is my 10th year playing, going on my 10th year. I've never actually met anybody that's more passionate about football than those two. Yeah. So I'm not saying it has to be the guy who played. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, you got to get guys that are invested and like really love this shit.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to really love this shit.
And love to develop and love to see guys grow.
I'd say this. I think it go half and half as far as the development and then the guys that you can get. Because BYU traditionally can get linemen. Mm-hmm. They traditionally can get linebackers, right? D linemen, not traditionally.
Yeah.
DBs, not traditionally. Like I'm talking about, like the dogs that you need.
No.
Right?
We don't get those positions traditionally.
And I always tie this back to, and this goes back to what Dion said, because personalities are attached to positions. Mm-hmm. You said it earlier in the pod, right? In certain positions that with those personalities can't. It's either
they need to exercise some stuff.
Well, right. Either they not going. It's not appealing. BYU isn't appealing for them, or B, even if they do get here, they may not make it. They may have a hard time.
No, he was right. He said, "What did he say? A DB, I want a single mother
household."
Yeah,
exactly.
Because like he gotta go out there and get it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, and you look at a lot of DBs, and you like, okay, you look at me for instance, and you look at the way I came up. Yeah. You think you get to me when I give up 4 catches in a row, 3 catches in a row?
Right. No.
Bro, I'm out there like, all right, 3 catches in a row. That's you. Right. Good for you. We got to go play 4. And I'm playing 4. I'm on strap.
Right.
I'm on strap, play 4.
Right.
So it's like it doesn't even like click in your head when you've been through certain things. That just sets you up just for absolute success. But you can put yourself through things.
Well, and see,
you don't have to go through the struggle.
This is the thing, right? It's like why at those positions you don't really see the speed, you don't really see the talent, you know what I'm saying? You don't see the size that you need to be at those positions. You know what I mean? And so so where the other half is for those positions, those where you got to go and develop guys.
Yeah.
And those key positions that you can't recruit
with
those personalities,
that's big, actually.
That's where you got to go and develop.
Mm-hmm. If you got a hard time bringing DBs to BYU, you go get. Look, y'all already do it. Y'all already use the black face.
Yeah.
Y'all get a dude in there, and he a black dude, and you want him to talk all your black recruits. Yeah. I love it. That's great.
I
do that for.
I did that.
Huh?
I did that.
I know.
When I was down, Bronco had me.
Yeah.
Bronco had my mom calling recruits' moms.
Shoot.
Mm-hmm.
I already got paid per call.
You know what I'm saying?
You want me to do what? 500.
I mean, y'all already doing it. So now just take another step and actually go get coaches that fit the culture of the position. Dion just literally told you the recipe.
He literally did, bro. He did.
told you the recipe. So, like, you can go get a DB coach. Go get a DB coach, a single mother household.
Yeah, yes, he did.
He just told you the recipe. Because you want to know why? When I'm sitting in there and they start acting crazy, or they not having a good game, and he yelling at him, yelling at him, a lot of these coaches y'all bringing in BYU, they won't even know how to act. You know what I do? I'm going to close the door. Please. Go ahead then. Go ahead. Fight them. Because family fight. And y'all got something to get over. Because we going to win games. We ain't going to lose games. Right. So we going to hash it out. Go ahead.
I'm not breaking it up.
Throw these hands real quick. I don't even care who lose and win.
Actually, somebody going to watch. Somebody's going to miss out because they got to go in front of the door and watch. Give us 3 knocks to somebody. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Like you, I completely get what you're saying. And look.
And right when you're done with the fight, y'all gotta come to my house for dinner tonight.
Bam, y'all done.
Y'all gotta come.
We good.
And I'm doing seating assignments. I'm putting both of y'all next to each other. And we watching a long ass movie.
And y'all didn't know I was recording. We gonna make fun of y'all and make jokes about it.
Yeah.
So we all cool after.
Wait. And that's your travel partner. So in the hotel, you know what I'm saying?
So now, but look at how that translates though. Now you get a new recruit, right? He's a top guy coming in from high school. He come in and he go, man, what's it like over here, man? What's DB coach talking about? Hey, I don't know, BYU tough, bro. It's hard to play. I mean, it's hard to, follow the rules and whatnot, bro. One thing I'm gonna tell you though, our DB coach, bro. That's that dude, bro. Exactly. He gonna look out for you. He gonna make sure you good, bro. Exactly. He take his time out to go train them, this and that.
Bro, I'm coming. If I'm a recruit right now, I'm coming.
Yeah,
I'm coming. All the concerns I had in regards to the church honor code, that's out the window.
Think about what Travis Hunter did. Travis Hunter did that. It's a different aspect, right? We're talking about doing it here where there's the church and everything, but Travis Hunter should be at one of the number one. Yeah. Instead, he followed a culture.
True. We talked about this last. I did not like BYU at all. I love Lance Reynolds.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Lance Reynolds was the running back coach that I was like, bro, out of all my running back coaches that have come here and try to throw their 2 cents and try to persuade me this and that, like, I could tell that you take care of your running back.
See, I don't like when players be like, oh, I committed to the school, not the coach. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I was with that coach 24/7.
That's why I didn't go to Utah, because I ain't like the O-line coach there that they had at the time. I think it was like Coach Fisher. I ain't like him. But 2J,
yeah, 2J. Yeah.
Rats, Dre, my man. Hey, we heard what happened. Hey, come on down to BYU. I'm gonna take care of you. I was a JUCO kid, just like you. I'm gonna take care of you. Hell yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That was my guy.
Yeah,
I talk to that man to this day. He over there at NC State going crazy.
Well, and so like, just to like wrap it up, man. I believe like that is the formula, because you look at the big gets over the years, right? Like the 5 stars, right, or the 4 stars. I feel like in those positions, those are like once in a blue moon type of things. More than likely they're LDS, so like it's easier, right, for them to like have their sights on BYU, right? Like a Jake Heaps, when I was a senior and Jake came in, like, and he was a 5-star number 1 quarterback. I'm like, what are you doing here, dude? Like, what are you doing here? You know what I'm saying? So you can get those kids once in a blue moon, but think about the big gets, like the tight end that we got last year, 4-star, number 2 tight end in the nation. You ain't going. You had guys like, even though Dennis was developed, but you can get guys, right? You know what I mean? You can get certain guys in those positions, 4-star, 5-star kids, dogs, that you don't got to worry about. But those other ones, so like a DB, right? If I'm BYU, knowing, because the personality is attached to a DB that probably isn't going to fit well here, I'm going to a kid that has like AA offers. You know what I'm saying? Like D1 AA offers, has the size. He's 6'2", 6'3", runs a 4.4, all that. But for whatever reason, he's
you gotta dig to find those.
Bro, you got you.
Yeah, I was about to say, bro. At the end of the day, it boils down to
it goes. Did we not just circle full circle? Stop blaming the kids.
Yeah.
Stop blaming the kids, because you want to know why I know that there's kids like that all over, because that was him. That was him.
Mm-hmm.
That no. You was a star. You was a star.
Yeah, you was 5 stars.
That was me.
That was
you know
that was 5 stars.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. You know what I mean? Like
You gotta have better coaches that can seek that.
No. It's got to be okay. Here's a better example. So I'm a marketer, right? And we all know, like, when you're doing a business and you're marketing the service or the product, you find who your persona is, right? Like, I'm selling this candy bar to middle-aged white women that are LDS and have 3 kids and are stay-at-home moms. Like, I don't care about anything else except for that's my target audience. So understanding that target audience, I know that from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the morning, I can't market to them because why? They're taking care of their kids. At 5 o'clock p.m. to 10 o'clock at night, I probably can't market to them. Why? Because they're at practice. You know what I'm saying? But they're stay-at-home moms from 8 a.m. to 4. I can market to them. Where are they gonna be at? Probably Pinterest, Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going into where they're at. It's the same thing when it comes to this type of recruit. Where can I find that? So probably smaller schools that aren't big because like recruits, right? They're probably going to pass over a lot of small schools in the nation. So a lot of eyeballs aren't going to be with those kids, right? Or on that school. And that's how those type of kids, in my opinion, get looked over. Plus, traditionally, smaller schools probably aren't going to have the best and brightest, I say brightest, but the best coaches, right? Usually it's going to be coaches that played at that level and not at a high level. So they have potential, right? So you have potential in these kids, but they're just not developed and they're overlooked. That's what I mean by that is like, I'm only, if we're going DBs, they got to fit, the city got to be a 7,000 population.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, then I think to wrap it up then is who do you think's coming in to fill up the new coaching spots to hopefully change all the things that we're talking about right now?
I don't think any.
I know they can't. It's not going to be a savior that's going to walk in and change up everything.
They may have a savior there right now. He might just be asleep, right? But I think.
Like, is Coach Grimes coming back?
No. I think. See.
Nah. We talked about that last time. We don't remember because he took his job.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that. That's rude. A-Rod started calling the plays.
Yeah.
So
I don't think he.
This is what I think.
No damn O-line.
I think that will happen the moment we start looking for coaches.
So I said, bro.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
You need coaches.
Yeah.
Not your cousin.
Yeah.
Not your uncle.
Also,
not your brother-in-law's auntie's little sister.
Also, we gotta stop.
Coaches.
We gotta stop with the legacy scholarship kids.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Like unless your last name is Nakua, I don't want to see no more nothing with an O-N at the ends, bro. And there's a lot of O-Ns at the end.
Listen, bro.
I ain't gonna say no last name.
Yeah,
But
it
we
boils
gotta
down.
stop with the
Nakua
legacy.
and the Kafusi, I think, is the only pass through.
Yeah.
It's some more. We gotta stop.
What's the other one?
Hannemans, there was a Domans, there was a lot of them motherfuckers.
Were they good though?
No.
What are they?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying those are the names that are passed through for me.
Number 7, Hanneman was good. He was
Like if your last name Nakua, you passing through. If your last name Kafusi, you passing through. Like you mean?
It was a lot of them. It was a lot of them legacy kids that they be throwing scholarships at. Bro, make them boys earn that shit.
It trickles down to this. On the top level, BYU needs to open up their range. They needs to open up full range and give the coaches full range to recruit that they want. Because I'm not gonna lie, it's not a lot of diversity, and they be low key stingy with the scholarships to blacks.
That's another angle
so they need to open up the full range.
That's the next episode.
Yeah, they need to open up the full range. Like, all right, y'all go recruit whoever y'all want. We don't care if they black, white, Asian. We need them here.
Yeah.
That's second thing.
That's the next one.
And then two, to pertain to your point, we need coaches that have been in the position, that experience. I know his position. Yeah, he may not look like he's hard right now, but he's just having a bad senior season like Rob. He's never finished, but I'm going to come back and get this dude at JUCO. We need coaches that can recognize that.
This is crazy thing. This is crazy thing about Mikey D, right? That's one of the greatest stories in our little time, right? Mikey D won't care that I say this, but me and Mikey D, we getting fried in a mug. We getting fried. We at BYU. We getting fried. He played wide receiver at the time. We just watched him go on a post route, something crazy. I'm talking about Taysom threw the ball in the post. Mike ain't even break to the post yet. And when I say that motherfucker picked up like a hyena, gone. Dropped it though. I'm like, God dang.
He dropped a lot of those.
So we frying up. We frying up. I'm like Mike. I'm like, bro, you should play DB, bro. He goes, for real, Roberto? I'm like, bro, you should play DB, bro. I'm telling you fast as hell. Nobody running away from you. Now you just got to work your technique. You go press at the line, just run with him, bro. Turn, catch the ball just like you normally do. I try to make it sound real simple for him, just so he'd be like, yeah, bro, look me dead in the face. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to go talk to coach tomorrow. Went in there, switch. Well, why did I think that? Well, first of all, I'm looking at speed. I'm like, that's crazy. But then I was looking at his length. But then when you watch him on punt return is when I saw it. He was one of our corners on punt return. And he didn't have technique. But when you just see him get into his stance, I was like, is nobody going to tell this dude that he's playing the wrong position? Nobody's going to tell him that. So shit, my high ass told him. Right. I was like, yeah, bro, you should switch.
You saw the length too, with him standing. You saw the
it was
visual.
like it's not even just the length. It's you know when somebody's playing DB, their first initial movements, even if they don't know what they're doing, you could kind of he got in his stance, and when he would go press them, he was playing receiver at the time. I was like,
it's that little rock.
I was like, wait, hold on. You got something
natural,
right there.
It's natural.
You know what I'm saying? And then you said a key. You was like, oh, this kid just might be having a bad senior year. I'm gonna keep it G with you, bro. There's a few guys within the state right now that BYU won't give a scholarship to, looking for them to walk on, may not even be looking for them to walk on, that could play at BYU.
Yep.
And the thing is this, and I wrap this up too. This is the most important thing, because you touched on the guys that want to be here, and you touched on the coaches that want to coach. Think about that kid that got passed over, right? Think about that kid that had 1 to 2 offers from AA schools. When he gets here, that's just like when I got recruited here, this was my Alabama.
What?
This was my Alabama.
Yes, they come in so motivated. They come in so motivated.
That's what I'm saying. I went to Utah State on a recruit trip. I went to Sac State, right? I went to San Diego State. I committed there before they took my scholarship away. So I'm coming from Sac State. I'm coming from Utah State, and I'm coming here. And the old we ain't got this locker room yet. And I'm looking at the campus. I'm looking at this is my Alabama, dude. So think about those kids that came in. They not going to the portal. They're so grateful.
And half the LDS, I'm gonna be honest, for all you the LDS kids players out there, half of them don't even appreciate half that stuff you're talking about the locker room.
That's true.
No,
that's true.
I know you know what's funny? You're talking about the locker room. That locker room looks so damn pretty right now. You know what was fascinating to me? When they gave me 2 pairs of cleats.
Bro,
I was like,
bro,
somebody getting it today. Bro, I got 2 of them days.
Bro, your cleats are clean, and I haven't even touched my second.
For real.
For 2 years. Those ones over there.
Well, I used to get kicked up for the cleats.
My game cleats.
Yeah. Practice cleat, game cleat.
That's true. That's true.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I had a different experience. I was actually humbled when I came to BYU. And it made me more hungry because I'm like, what the fuck?
Oregon.
I was at Oregon, bro. Every day we had a new pair of cleats. I had silver cleats. I had yellow and green. I had black and green.
Man, you guys
you did come on. Yeah.
And then your nightmare was named Nick.
Yeah.
And then Nick came in.
When I came here, and it was like, yeah, put your socks and all this on the girdle on one loop. I'm like, you not just gonna give me another one? You can't get more socks? He was like, nah, put your socks there. I said, nah, bro. I said, no. I was like, bro, no, I'm spoiled.
No, real stuff. But this thing is, at any Power 5 school, probably even more schools, at any Power 5 schools, you shouldn't be.
Yeah, nah.
Bro.
Yeah.
First of all, they're taking a lot of that stuff and selling it on the back end.
They're selling it. Oh, you know, so, like the Cougar kickoff things. That's what they sell.
Oh yeah,
my boy.
Okay, let's just say there's 70 players. Hey, Devon, let's just say there's 70 players.
Yeah.
You think they getting 70 sweatpants? No, bro, they're sending them boys probably like 400, 300 sweatpants. For real.
More than that.
Maybe more than that.
Bro,
and they're giving us 1 to 2, and they're like, oh, yeah, boom. Make sure you put your name on this, keep this. What do you think they're doing with the rest? They're selling it. Money on the back end.
Bro, you know they still
boy,
got the
sleazy.
You know if you go there right now, they still got tags on them.
Yeah.
They snap the tag, didn't they give it to us?
That's right.
So they don't give it to us, they're not snapping the tags.
Yeah.
The only pair of Pro Feet socks that I got from Mick are stuck to the cleats that are that he gave me 2. I only got one set of cleats, one that they're both just molded together because I never got a new one.
That
You know
brother
what I mean?
tried to give me a used girdle, and I raised, boy, if you don't put that shit back in that goddamn drawer.
He tried to give you a used
We all
girdle.
know the used drawer,
Boy,
and you just went to the used drawer.
That
We
is
all know.
crazy.
All I
Put
know
that
is,
shit back.
Nick, your family better be decked out in BYU gear for all that gear
But
you
he
was
would
giving
take
them
it
for
home-
Christmas,
he would take it home boxes.
birthdays,
Bro, it's
Boxes.
taking
what? Christmas,
I'm
birthdays,
talking about we would get Nike
Hanukkah,
socks.
all
at
of it. You
Oregon,
was
bro.
giving a
We got
lot
here.
of.
It was them plain baseball
Yeah,
long socks.
pro
Like, bro, these is cheap. These are the ones you get at Walmart. The Russell.
Fact,
the
bro.
rest
is-
I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah, Profi with the
Yeah,
nice
hey,
one.
your foot was
Hey,
running
what was he
around in
doing?
that
Your
shit.
foot be moving around in the
They
Yeah.
probably all
Rolling
that stuff
ankles.
probably still back there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still
No, that's
Hey,
gone.
probably in a warehouse.
Fourth quarter.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. So I appreciate you guys. This is some really good insights, and then we'll talk about a lot of the diversity things.
That's what we need to hit on.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
That's what we need to hit on.
Appreciate
you.
Why they can only recruit 2 of these?
And
I'm
that's a
telling you,
wrap.
bro, they don't got
Bought a pair of guard slippers.